What's up, guys? Welcome back to Esk8Exchange. It's a new year, 2023. I hope everybody had a good,
welcome back
holiday season. We took a week off, I believe. So yeah, this is the show where we talk about MBoards, electric skateboard industry, Esk8Con, whatever we feel like talking about. But this year will be this episode will be our year in review episode.
Right.
We did a lot this year. I feel like we made some strides. And I want to talk about it. I want to break down our year. What do you guys think?
I think 2022 was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a good year. It was a great year for me.
It was a good year. It was a good year for you?
Yes, I had a blast 2022. It was the beginning of Esk8 and the beginning of MBoards and a lot of stuff.
Did you get your first board in 2022?
What was it? No. It was November of 2021.
So you really opened up.
Yeah, it was
2022.
Like yes, sir. So it was a good year for me. A lot of things happened, and I got my channel started, and I really have nothing to complain about. It was a great year that led into where I'm at right now.
Great. Yeah.
Man, I'm ready for 23, so I don't even want to talk about 22. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice hoodie, by the way. We're gonna have we'll have MBoards hoodies on the site probably by the time this episode comes out. We'll have a limited release of they'll be up there for sale for about a week, and then we'll order them, and then we'll ship them all out to everybody. So.
Yeah, we had reached out to a few folks just to see. Mike and Maddie were graceful enough to get us these hoodies for Christmas, and I was like, man,
shout out.
I think people really want these things, and so we reached out to a few folks, and everybody was really excited. And then that kind of turned into a little snowball, and we got so many people were like, "Hey, can I have one? Can I have one? Can I have one?"
So I think
and
the
we're
best
like, "Okay,
way,
wait, here we go.
Yeah.
We can't keep track of it anymore.
So
We've got them all over the place."
The goal was we were going to order a bunch and then collect money. But it's not that long of a wait. Literally, our dude who makes them is 2 doors down.
Yeah, we can walk.
So
over there.
we're just going to put them on the website for a week, and then it'll be about 2 weeks after that we'll ship them. So, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
you get them minus a dog hair unless you want us to have Milo rub all over it.
We'll wear it on the show.
Yeah.
Show worn.
And then one more plug is click the link below for our Discord server. We like to hang out there. A lot of new ideas get put down there. We talk about things before products kind of come out. So if you want to put your input or have your opinion heard when we are about to release new stuff, that's the place to do it. So join us on the Discord server. It's like a giant chat, pretty much.
It's a giant insight into MBoards too. If you have questions about what's going on, just ask, man. Yeah. That's the place to do it.
We post everything in there. A lot of stuff in there. We're trying to be very open about everything. So all right. So I wanted to just go through the whole year. So in January, we officially got our first deck sample for the Endurance, which is wild because it's we ended up launching this board in November, so it took us a long time to get this board out. So we finally got our deck sample, and from the original video that we got from our supplier, looked really good. But then when we got it, it had a lot of different finishing problems. The heat sink cutout was not square at all. Yeah. Learned a big thing about not putting that stuff in your mold, but don't put it in your mold and have them CNC it out later would be way cleaner. But you know what? It is what it is. We learned a little something doing that, so it is what it is.
It's just so much different than doing a traditional wood deck, It's
right.
Different materials, you have different shape, you have different stresses on it. So, right away, though, they kind of said, it's okay, we're going to make sure all the finishes. So we were happy with this.
Yeah.
We were very happy. We threw this thing together really quick.
Yeah.
And you took off to Catalina with it.
I did. Yep. Yeah. Yep. So in February, I ended up going to Catalina with it. So that's our deck right here. It looked pretty good. From the original photos, the gloss looked great. But there was just a lot of hidden minor issues. Yeah, it really was minor. All these things were minor, but for as expensive as this deck was, we were like, no. We're not. We can't have that. So otherwise, it did look pretty good. It held up great. It rode beautifully. In January, I believe we actually also had a fully working prototype of the board, with a 12S4P in it at the time, but still, it rode great. I liked that part about it.
She's still alive.
We still ride her.
That's the board that I usually ride.
Yeah, she's great.
That was the board I broke my hip on.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that did happen in the beginning of 2022.
It did.
Was that January or
that
was?
We're about to watch that.
We'll let you know.
In February, moving on in February, we started building packs in-house. We cut ties with our battery supplier. We weren't liking the quality we were getting out of them. It was hard to get, them to follow notes. We would tell them things about our packs we wanted. They just wouldn't really do it. They were all about trying to get them out as fast as they could.
Yep.
Now, whereas we didn't have any major issues with our packs or anything, it still wasn't up to like the community standards. So we were just like, you know what, like why are we offering a subpar pack? Like there's no reason for that. Again, we never had any major failures. We had some BMS failures, but otherwise nothing catastrophic. But still, we were like, you know what, let's move on. Like, we got to do it ourselves. One, because shipping those things are an absolute nightmare. It's costing us a fortune to get them all from overseas. Now it's like now the money that we spend. Oh, what is that? We get a coupon code or something.
We're gonna have a coupon code on this one.
Bell rings. Everyone gets a coupon. So you can put that. We'll put that in the description below. But shipping battery packs, the amount of money I spent in 2021 shipping packs, we are now paying somebody here to do it, which is so much better. I'd much rather pay somebody here to build them than to just pay like UPS. Like that's stupid. Those started in February, and they've been great. We've had a blast making them.
Martin has been pumping them out too.
Yeah, Martin's now with us, and he just kicks ass. Yeah. He is so efficient. So that's super cool.
There it is.
Also in February, James breaks his hip. Riding the endurance. Yep. Central a little too hard.
I did. That was in the beginning of me figuring out how brakes hit. Yeah. That was horrible.
Man.
Is this about where the dude's telling you like, hey man, just don't be a bitch right now?
Yeah. He's like, hey, can you like walk over here? I was like, bro, I can't move this thing. Something's moving inside. I was like, can you just pop it back into place? I think it's dislocated.
Yeah, that's what we thought, dude. Yeah. We thought you were just dislocated.
Hey, watch this video right now.
That was pretty gnarly.
Willies, man.
Yeah. Like in reality, so we thought you had dislocated it. In reality, the ball broke off of your hip.
Yeah, my femoral head snapped completely off of my femur, and one of the blood vessels got ruptured in the break. And so they actually had to do surgery on one of the blood vessels and kind of like stitch it back together per se. And yeah, dude, that was actually pretty bad. They said that you only see these type of accidents in snowboarding for dudes for guys that compete in like big air, because what happens is they come up and they come down and land with all that force on their hip, and the hip, what happens is the hip bone keeps moving and it hits the hip pelvis part and it snaps it off.
Oh god. That's terrible.
So they're like, "You sure you weren't snowboarding?" I was like, no, I was riding a one wheel actually." I didn't want. They started writing stuff down, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't need this associated with electric skateboards."
And keep the stats off the sport, bro.
We actually had that conversation, dude. James was like, "I'm gonna tell him it was one wheel." I'm telling
it's one wheel.
All right, bro, go for it.
Yeah, but I learned a very valuable lesson on that with electric skateboards. The faster you're going, the harder the brakes hit, and so you have to really kind of figure out your brakes when you first get on a board.
Yeah,
that was like my first time on the endurance, and I just got on it and was like, yeah, let's go. And then I was like,
it with 58 T pulleys, like really fast.
Yeah, smoking, bro. And just wasn't used to the brakes or anything. And so when I got on the brakes, they locked it up, and went stands. Had to get off the board real quick.
Yeah, dude, that's wild. What's next, Maddie? We got March. Oh, Esk8Con in March. That's like the only thing we did in March, bro.
Yeah.
I literally March 1st, weren't sure if it was gonna happen. But by the end of March, like we had everybody on board, and it was the best weekend of the year, probably.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. As far as MBoards related, best weekends.
Yeah,
I'd say highlight of my year. Yeah.
It was pretty great.
That's a memory for the rest of my life, to be honest, dude.
Yeah, the first one, it was awesome. Fast forward to you want to know what's crazy?
Okay.
You know what's April? We discovered the decks were breaking, right? You know what's wild? I had that deck built at the convention for people to test drive, and we hadn't noticed it yet. But no one took that one board. Right. No one took it. So thank God no one took it. Now we have everything load tested and everything like that. But yeah, the little switcheroo from our supplier was not chill. So anyways, this is a video of us like actually like jumping on it. You can't quite see in the security footage, but we've got the board like propped up on like a pile of wheels or something like that.
Start jumping on it. And
this is where we went into destructo mode.
Yeah, we were just like, what can we do to break this thing?
It's broken now. How do we? What happened? Because the reality is there's I don't want to call it a misperception or whatever the right terminology, but when these things break, carbon fiber does not like split in half. It doesn't right.
Yeah.
It's not usually a clean break. It's kind of like a crack,
it's like
and
a sag.
right.
Yeah, a tear.
You see that more out of the wooden boards. You know, just if you hit it with enough force, they're just going to break clean off.
Right.
Not that it really proves anything, but we really just kind of got like we wanted to just destroy it at that point.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Let's see what this thing how it can hold up to whatever.
Yep. And then
we had sort of anticipated launching in April.
Yeah.
That was our goal when we first got the deck in January. We thought by April we could be ready.
Yeah, we could be ready. But that happened. That put a whole thing. And unfortunately, every time we had to get a sample, it pushed us a month, another month, another. So we went like 3 or 4 rounds. So like literally it pushed us 4 months just because of this stupid deck. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's part of it. Like now we know like carbon decks take a long time. Now we know maybe get a different supplier. Maybe
That's why we're already working on
working on that one. But in May we started launching products that kind of went with our decks because we needed to make sure like we had everything ready. So like our heat sinks got dropped in May, so that was pretty cool.
Those were nice.
Those looked really good. Yeah. Now those will end up making it in-house now, which is cool. But in May we actually had our endurance finalized. Like we knew every part that was going in it. Aside from the grip tape, that's the only thing we were missing actually.
Yep.
In May, we had also made the call to switch from stock random ass bushings to riptide bushings.
Yes,
Spend the real money, buy nice bushings.
The best of the best.
Because honestly, we were like, people are going to get this board, they're going to get on it, and then they're going to think it sucks.
Yeah.
Even though it's just simply a bushing swap.
Yeah, or they're going to kill themselves.
Yeah, either way.
That's a little squishy.
Yeah. And Kyle over at Esk8, he's like, I don't understand why any of these $1,000 or these 4-digit boards come with anything but like nice upgraded bushings, and I have to agree with him.
Yeah,
I think at this point we won't release a board without like nice, like real bushings.
Bushings are a game changer.
Yep,
really is.
I think the stock ones are fine if you're just learning or just want to see if you like it or whatever. But I always recommend swapping them because it really opens these boards up to just changes the game here.
Yeah.
That's a cool insight of what our mold looks like. I hadn't seen it, and they sent me a picture of it. And I thought it was really cool. You can kind of see if you look closely where our heatsink hole cutout is, and I wish that wasn't there. Good news is I could have them remove it.
Okay.
Because they could remove, like they can take it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's interesting about molds is if you want to add like holes or openings, you really can't because you have to add material to your mold. Like that doesn't really work. But if you're trying to remove openings or remove holes, you can have them remove part of the mold. So it's like backwards.
Okay. So to make holes, you got to add shit.
It is.
It's backwards.
We can always add, but you can't remove, right? Was that the thing?
Yeah, so we technically could go to our mold and we could remove that heatsink opening and have them CNC it, but they've gotten it much better. So what I think they're doing now is they're taking it and they're CNCing it anyways. So we could have probably just avoided that, but anyways, doesn't really matter.
Yep, lesson learned.
In June, we started doing water testing, ingress testing.
I was trying to figure out what ingress meant. I was like,
this is hard to do in the desert because it doesn't rain, so you
Never.
can't actually go right in the rain.
No.
And you really don't like want to throw a bunch of electronics in here just to see, like, oh, if it gets wet, what happens? So,
So we just stickered the entire inside with like water reactive stickers.
And
So
I just told James to pee all over. That's what he's doing right
I have been told I've got a good stream.
That's kind of what it looks like. No, it's just a little.
But it was good. Like, I mean, obviously we do not we don't actually offer a legitimate water rating because we just don't want people to get the wrong idea to think that they should or could do that to get them wet. We just wanted to know for our own
That's the
sake.
problem. I see a lot of people that are like, oh, this thing's IP67 waterproof rated
And
and
then
all
they go
this, and they go skate in the rain and they go through blasting through tunnels and all
just,
sorts of crazy shit. And I'm like, no, just stop it.
It's there for the, oh shit, I did not see that puddle right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the, let me go ride it in puddles.
Or
no.
the, oh shit, I just got caught in the rain, which
Right,
happened to us.
right.
I've got 5 minutes to get out of it.
I can tell you this, your board will be, the endurance will be fine if you hit a puddle you didn't mean to.
Yeah.
But I would not go ride it in the rain.
And the
I just wouldn't do it. It's
what
too
were we
expensive to go
on?
do that.
When we got caught in the rain, was I on an endurance or was I on the Involve back then?
No, you were.
I can't remember.
Who knows?
You were on an endurance.
I did eat shit that night in the rain though, but I think I was on an endurance that night, and we checked the next day, and there was nothing.
Not
no
a drop.
water.
Totally dry.
And we got rained on for a good,
totally
it was 10 minutes. Dude.
Nice.
It was bad trying to get out of that.
In July, we kind of explored the idea of maybe going with a matte deck, and we, posted on social media which would you prefer, matte or glossy, and it was so split. It was like 55% to 44% or something like that. So he said, you know what? Screw it. We'll just do both. And now we have both. So there's that.
And we had originally tried to get both, but they kind of kept like pulling our leg about the actual, the finished one. Yeah. So they would send us just the lid or it would just be on one side of a lid. And you're like, well, what the hell, man? I need the whole thing.
It was super weird. They were like, didn't want to do it. I don't know if they couldn't figure it out or like kept ruining
6 months,
it.
I guess you think about it for them to get the mat, which is wild.
Yeah. Because I originally ordered a mat, I think the first round. So I wanted to see it, but anyways, it took forever. But then we were like, oh, the glossy looks so good. Like maybe people won't want it, but people want the mat. They really do.
The tricky thing about the mat is it doesn't show the mattiness in pictures. Like if you
it doesn't really.
And then you see it in real life, it's like it almost looks it's like a Batmobile.
Yeah, dude.
You know, you see a Batmobile in real life, and you're like, damn, that thing's dope. Dude.
Yeah,
but it's only kind of dope on camera.
It reads different on camera. It doesn't read right, but you know. In August, we got the CNC machine delivered. So that's pretty cool. So that, and then Martin also started working here. So that's Martin with his very first battery pack. I think that's a 10-2, and that's me with my first part, the heatsink.
You guys are like holding two babies for the first time.
I only broke a handful of end mills making that one.
Only a couple.
It's fine.
Only a couple. Expensive lessons.
Totally cool. September, I didn't get a lot done. I'll be honest. My baby was born in September, so it was pretty
cool.
great. Rosie, she's a cutie.
Yep. There she is.
Look at her in the bottom left. She wants to fight you.
Yeah, she's putting up fight.
Put them up. God, she's getting so big so fast now.
Dude. She's about. Oh boy.
Oh hey, sorry. Hey.
She's over 3 months now. It's crazy.
Yeah, she's getting big.
Yeah.
God, both of our daughters are growing up too fast, bro.
In October we launched our new CNC motor mounts. So it took me pretty much all of August, all of September to really work out the kinks on the machine. And then in October, we had our first part. First part's actually out. And right now, this exact motor mount is giving me such hell right now. Right? So I can make these parts beautifully one at a time, right? Okay. But right now, I'm working on, we just got our auto tool changer installed. So like we can set it and walk away. And it'll change the tools by itself. So I don't actually be there. But I'm trying to get all these parts on a giant pallet or a giant fixture plate. And I'm having the worst time getting our chamfers to line up. So it's super annoying, but I'll get it figured out. It's just taking me longer than I wanted it to. But in November, we finally got our endurance launched. And the grip tape, I struggled over the grip tape for a year. And then I was like, you know what, let me just sit down and do it one day. And
I'd ask him, be like, hey, man, what do you think about grip tape? We thought about going splatter go. We were going to do custom designs. We had all these other like crazy ideas.
We thought about getting a custom printed thing, but I was like, I like the idea. I don't love how much the grip tape costs, and that didn't bother me as much. It bothered me that I wouldn't have control over my grip tape production.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? We gotta laser cut it.
These are cut in house.
Yeah, they're cut in house.
These are all cut in house.
We buy big rolls of Jessup grip tape, which is
rolls.
It's like 60 feet long or something.
Yeah, there's a lot in a roll.
And it's awesome because I love Jessup grip tape. I think I gotta read their study, but they did a study on like why their grip tape is like one of the grippiest grip tapes.
It's pretty good, and it holds up for a long time. It's
super grippy.
I use it on. We put on all the endurances. It's on my one wheels. Everything.
Yeah, so we laser cut that in house, which is awesome. And then now, and I wanted to be able to laser cut it myself because now if we want to make a change or you want to update something, we totally have the freedom to do that. So that's cool.
Heck yeah.
And then December, Esk8Con planning really started pushing forward really hard. And we started, continuing to prototype a lot of different things. So we didn't really do a lot. We didn't accomplish too much in December, but we really were just wrapping up our year, getting all our Black Friday orders sent out, stuff like that. We got our new hanger in the works. So that looks real nice.
Yeah, wild looking.
God damn, she looks good. So now what we got to do is my machine doesn't have enough Z height to drill our axle.
Not the Z height.
To drill our holes for our axles. Okay. So I got to either A, bring them somewhere and get them done, or B, invest in like a drill press and some custom fixture plates to be able to hold it in place while we do it. I haven't decided yet. We're trying to figure that out. I'd love to do it here.
We tried it one day with my father-in-law. And
not good.
And what was funny is I had told Mike ahead of time, I was like, look, man, I just need you to know we have to go over there. We have to go through the whole rundown. He's going to tell us how to do all this thing. And just to expect at some point he's going to want to help. And I swear it was freaking 5 minutes. I took a picture and I sent it to my wife and I go, it's already started. So he's like standing on top of Mike holding the tools. It's like It's like the
He's
movie,
got-
where he's like
Ghost.
making the pot.
Yeah.
Where he's like
Yes.
making the pot for him. Like, and Mike gives me this look. He just looks over at me like, "You're so right, you jackass."
Dude, what
That's
drives me
pretty
nuts
funny.
is when
That's
people.
hilarious.
It drives me nuts when people take things out of your hands.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
oh
Bro,
my god.
yeah.
Unless we're buddies,
Yeah.
and something like that, or it's something silly. But
That's
if we're like
different, though.
trying to be like,
Yeah.
if I'm doing something
Yeah,
and you go,
professional.
boop, I'm like,
All
oh
right,
boy.
dude.
We spent about an hour, and eventually I was like, I can't do this anymore.
So one of the
We
main
gotta
issues was we were clamping this 14 or 11 inch long hanger, right?
Yeah.
Like up vertically, and we
Right.
had a super long. We should have known this wasn't gonna work. A super long drill bit, right? And now these two very long surfaces are hitting each other,
Yeah.
and they're just screaming.
Just
like
dancing.
they were
Yeah.
dancing. I
Weren't
was like,
having it,
that
dude.
ain't gonna happen.
And he was ready to just go for it.
Yeah.
Like,
No. I only have one of these, bro.
No.
I only have one of
We'll
these
try this
hangers.
again
So
the other day, yeah.
what needs to happen is we figured that we need to make a custom fixture plate where we can put the hanger in from the bottom of the table, clamp it down so there's almost none sticking out, and get a super short drill bit. So there's very little vibration.
Yep.
So I think we'll be fine. I just gotta invest more money and do it.
Yeah.
God, it's just what it is.
More toys.
Yes, more money.
More things. But so that's in the works. The new hangers. I know.
I'm excited about
A lot
those.
of people want the endurance, but just without DKPs.
Yeah,
I
they're-
still think when these new hangers come out, I still think I'm gonna rock the DKPs.
Yeah,
I like them.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So, but
probably
people
use-
really want this, so we're working on it.
Yeah.
I know we'll sell more boards if we have an RKP version.
Yes, I'm gonna use these for our racing setup whenever I'm doing racing.
Yeah.
Sort of speed racing at Esk8 Con. That's when I'll probably bang these out. But otherwise, 90% of my riding DKPs. Love
Yeah,
it.
we're doing so we're drilling a 12mm hole in the ends of the axles. So like the part of the axle that's in the truck will be 12mm. The entire rest of the truck will be 10mm.
Yeah.
So it's nice, beefy ass.
So these things are gonna be 14 inches wide, right?
Yep.
From end to axle, end to axle.
Yep.
Cool.
End to end will be
God,
14
dude, that's
inches.
wide.
So it's
huge.
11-inch hangers.
Yeah.
They're wide for sure. But you know, that's what everybody seems to want right now. So
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is.
It's gonna be low and long.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be low. Yeah, we're doing our own custom base plates too. I think we're doing 45.
Yeah, that'll be a good number.
I think 45.
Yep.
We might do split angle. We still got to test a few things.
There's not gonna
but-
be much hardware left on that board that you won't have made.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Minus
Yeah,
the
true,
screws.
true.
you
Yeah,
know?
minus the hardware. Yeah, minus the actual screws.
Now you gotta start
I'm not
making
doing
your own screws,
screws.
bro.
We're not doing screws. Not doing
Yeah.
screws. We're just gonna buy screws.
Yeah, we'll still get those.
But yeah, like eventually,
crazy to think, you know?
once this
That's
last batch of motor mounts and heat sinks dry up, that's all gonna be from us. Yeah, our trucks and base plates will be from us.
How many other Esk8 companies do that?
I don't know, man, but I'll be so happy to tell people to shove it when they say there's not quality parts coming out of this place because they're
Yep.
made
Yeah.
right here. Don't tell us they're coming from anywhere else
Yep.
because
Yep.
you can come and
Made
watch
in
us
the
make 'em.
USA, baby.
You can come and watch us make them.
Yep.
Like,
There's a few things that
there's
I
still a
wish we-
market for all sorts of parts. There's a budget for everybody.
Yes.
But the things that are going to come out that are going to have an MBoards logo on it,
Yep.
there will be nothing anybody can say. So if it's a flip sky, if it's a whatever, sure, like those parts sell. We're running a business, so
Right.
We are keeping people on the road with whatever their budget is.
Whatever
We
they
can't, make every single part, but
right.
the reality is, that's our goal, right? That's your goal. That's been your goal, and that's why we're all here. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people, it's hard for people to understand. Like I guess we'll call them our haters.
Sure.
They don't get. I don't think any of them have ever run a business before.
No.
Because or a lot of them who do or who have aren't dealing with the order quantities that
Yeah.
maybe we have. So it's really easy for some people to look outside looking in to call us out on God only knows
smallest
everything,
details,
I
small
call them
details.
our
whatever.
fans.
I call
Yeah,
them
I
our
think
biggest
they're
fans.
fans. They are
seem
good.
to interact the most with our
They
social
add-
media.
Right.
And they like to talk about us online. You know,
Yeah.
they're very invested in our company.
Yeah.
Yes.
But one of the big things is it's like it's a slow burn. You can't like decide one day I'm gonna make everything in house.
Right.
Oh yeah. Very
No, that's
true.
not how that works. You don't
Right.
get to do that. Like, you have to raise the money to do that. You have to start somewhere. Like, we were never gonna be able to build batteries right away. Like, well, I did, but we
You did.
shouldn't have though. We should have started somewhere and built up. Like, we were never gonna be able to make trucks on our own. but we have to like
we
slowly
kind of did
build
with
up.
batteries. We waited till the batteries went out of stock, and then we replaced them with the transparent series. And it's
No, I
slowly
know,
Like,
but
I think in the beginning,
in the very beginning, we
Yeah.
built batteries like
Oh.
before that,
Okay.
and I had no business doing it. So like, but anyways,
Yes.
it took a long time to get there. But I feel like people don't really pay attention to that very often. But yeah, but like, there's certain things though, like I would love to bring in house, but hi, baby.
Hey, Rosie.
morning.
There's
Yeah,
certain
Rosie
things
woke up from a nap.
that I would love to have in house, but it just doesn't seem feasible. Like doing our carbon decks in house,
wouldn't that be
probably
great?
not gonna happen. Would love it, but look
Yeah.
at that giant mold,
Yeah, right?
insane. But like, I would love to be able to do that. But I got to do more research on that. But there's a lot of things that's like we don't have a facility big enough to do all these projects. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
tires, wheels, all
like
those.
stuff
Like,
like
there's
that.
still a few things that,
yeah,
like hubs, we could still,
Hubs we
probably
could do.
knock
Yeah.
out. There's a few items, but
plastic injection molding is on my list. It's
Yeah.
on my list eventually, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of effort, and that's the thing. Is it's like we can't half-ass, like we can't like not half-ass, but we can't try to do everything, and then because then everything ends up getting done at like
Half-ass.
50%.
right.
Yeah, you got to
So-
give it all to that one thing during
Right.
that time and
Right.
then move
So-
on.
We
to
got a
something
lot
else.
of years to grow into all
Yeah.
that.
So my goal right
Yeah.
now is we got to really ramp up the CNC machine to the point where I may not have to run it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on to a new project.
Uh-huh.
Like
More ideas.
we'd really like to get a big router table in here and start pressing decks. That's on our list for I think maybe 2023. I'd like to get it by the end of the year, but potentially.
After the convention.
After yes,
Yes.
nothing new is happening until the
No,
convention.
right now, only thing that really matters is Esk8Con.
Yeah, that's the main
That's
thing
what
right now.
we gotta-
We finally were. I just got an email today. The lady who owns the lot and the lady who from the city who is giving us a permit are
Yeah.
talking, and they're
Yes.
all okay with each other.
The
so
left hand and the right hand is finally shaked hands.
Yes,
So
they
we
are.
good
Is
to
that
They're
go.
how it
for it.
works, actually?
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no, it's
well,
the right hand
no.
or right.
Right, or they get dabs.
They're dabbing.
Yeah, left and right
Co-
have dabbed.
co-friend.
yeah. So,
So that's exciting.
hi, little mama.
Hey.
Rosie's making an appearance.
Hello.
So we're getting there, and I'm really proud of our team and what we've done this year, and I'm excited for what we're doing in 2023.
Yeah.
Like we're just as many parts as we can make here in house. We're gonna do. The CNC machine has been great, but there's still a lot of things we have to do to it to make it actually churn parts like faster. So,
Right.
but hi,
No, Rosie.
she's just straight chilling. She's straight chilling.
Hey,
She's
I'm
happy.
up.
Yeah, so a couple new products that we will be releasing in 2023. Gear drives. Those are
Yes.
coming out. Our 14-inch or /11-inch hangers.
Okay.
Um,
Are we going to try to release the gear drives for Esk8Con? Or you think it'll take maybe after that?
I think
Production-wise,
I
who
think
knows?
we'll have a prototype. I don't think
To
we'll be ready for
unveil.
production. I
Yeah.
think what we'll have is 3D printed gears,
Okay.
which we can do, which sounds like we will be able to do out of Delrin, which is the
Yeah.
same thing that are all like Palm pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be able to ride them, but I don't know how long they'll last. So we won't be selling them in 3D printed, but I think
No.
we'll have a functional set ready by March. But probably not ready to sell.
Okay.
We're also about to be switching over all of our batteries to PCBs.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be really cool. So that I actually have a most recent sample batch of those just came in like a couple weeks ago. I just haven't sat down and built one yet, but I do need to do that. But it sounds like the PCB looks great. So
Yeah.
that should be
they
ready
look
to
cool.
rock.
Yep. That'll be cool.
My guy designing them, he's pretty cool. He's a student, so he doesn't work the fastest, but he does work. He does do good work. So I'm happy with him. We're doing good there. I think what else we got in the works?
The
that
gear
might-
drives, trucks,
Yep, gear drives,
PCB.
trucks, PCBs. That's our main
Uh-huh.
like low hanging fruits. We got to.
Are we going to try to get a
gotta do it.
bamboo version of the endurance
Yeah,
out for 23?
Yes, new fiberglass enclosures. So like
Okay.
our enclosure we have now, they're just like ABS plastic, which we may or may not keep, but like for the budget people, like
Yeah.
not everybody needs like a
Top
perfect,
of the
awesome
line,
enclosure.
flexible enclosure.
Because like sometimes they just want a $25 enclosure,
Yep.
not $100 or not
a lot more
$120
like
enclosure.
6S 3Ps and
Yeah.
8S 2Ps out there than I realized. Like,
Yeah,
it's
there's a
pretty crazy.
lot like, and I think that's the the community side of things. They fixate on like the best of the best, but like they're only at 5% of the market.
Oh, yeah.
Like the vast majority of people are just college students or young.
Just want to go ride.
They just want to go ride their
Just
board
has to
around the
work.
neighborhood or around college
don't
campus.
care
They
about
don't
anything.
To the
care.
gas
Right.
station.
They don't care. They don't care. So
Yeah.
like that's the thing is yes, we want to be able to produce like really beautiful $200 fiberglass enclosures or whatever, but like that's not the market for everybody.
Right.
So it's like we also have to keep in mind we need those $25, $35, $45 enclosure options for people who are just like, well, in my first build, I'm not going to dump a whole bunch of money into it.
Right.
So it's like that fine line between like balancing what a good business decision and like top of the line stuff.
I mean, there needs to be good $500 boards. You know what I mean? Like, there should be. If there was, I would probably own one. Just because, like,
right.
Sure, just grab one, throw it in the car, have it with you everywhere you go.
You don't have to worry about it.
But right now, I just there isn't one out there that really gets me like excited. Oh, I can't wait to go ride that. Like, I look at it, I'm like, dude, that thing's gonna kill me.
Right, I might just die on this thing.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
monthly live builds.
Yes, we're gonna do monthly live stream builds.
I think we're gonna play around with platforms though. I don't know necessarily that it'll always be on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll find out. Are we gonna start an OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans. Hey,
just Esk8 porn. That's what it's called. That needs to be an Instagram.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny.
Just to post like the sexiest Esk8 pictures.
Do. Oh man, I got an idea. I don't even want to talk about.
Oh god. Yeah, the new the Endurance is the carbon fiber board, but the Interstellar I think will get refreshed to our bamboo version.
Right.
So it'll be an Interstellar Endurance kind of mix type deal.
Yeah. So
share the same guts, maybe a little smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 12S4 probably.
Probably 12.4.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the least, at least a 12.3. But most likely a 12. I think at this point a 12.4 is industry minimum. I think at this point what we call industry minimums. For a board that's to be taken seriously.
Yeah, it'll be laughed at if it's 12.3 or smaller.
Though we say that, but people don't need that range and they'd rather just save the money.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you got to figure it out. But we could offer the board in both two SKUs, but also I hate that. I hate having 100 different SKUs, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that should come out by eventually throughout the year. I think the only thing really we need a deck, which I already have a sample of, which I really like.
Okay. I do too.
And I just need our enclosure. Yeah. We need to bite the bullet, get the mold made on the enclosure, and get them done. I gotta finish designing the enclosure. That's been my hang up.
Yeah.
We make something and we're like, I don't know, like it has to be able to flex. Like we can't even test it, so it's really weird. So we're working on it. I have an idea of how I can do it now. So I'm, last time we looked at this.
Sounds like we have a project today. I like it.
Last time we went through and tried to do our fiberglass enclosures, it was probably like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, and we had a Tupperware box.
Yeah.
We both looked at it for like 30 minutes. Like, I don't know, bro. My brain is just not working right now.
But 7 months more. I've been doing CAD, like a lot of CAD in the last 7 months. So when I've been doing a lot of CAD work, things come a little easier. Mm-hmm. When I take a break, I'm like, how do I do that again? So. But anyways,
I wish I could draw. Like, I feel like sometimes I have the design, I have the idea in my brain, and I'm like,
you just can't put it on paper.
How do I get this to you on a computer of all things, So then I start drawing, and I'm like, well, that's 3 lines and a dot. Like, what does that even mean, bro? I don't even know what that is.
Right. So
you had spoken earlier, well, I guess last year about maybe making your own ESC. Is that still on the board, or maybe 23, maybe possibly 24?
There are several avenues we could go.
Yes.
I won't talk about right now because it's very early.
Yeah.
The other is I'm working with a company right now who's gonna help us kind of put together our own, but it's not really our own, right?
Yeah.
Like they developed it, they support it, they produce it.
It's kind of a collaboration.
More of a collaboration versus like us developing one.
We're helping them by sell more units. They help us. By,
so it's more of a collaboration kind of deal. Okay. It's not really like they're asking us for input, like they're asking us our opinion on stuff, but like we're not out actively like ground up designing it, right?
Those first units are on their way, aren't they?
My first sample is on its way.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exciting.
So we're working on that.
Can you talk about what that sample is going to be power wise? Like
200 amp total, 100 amp motor each side.
All right.
It seems to be right on par with a lot of
standard. Yeah, a little higher.
It's what?
I said, are those the same specs?
It should be about. I think at the end of the day, we'll run them the same.
Okay.
Because I think it'll handle more, but there's no reason to.
Okay.
There's no reason to. Like, unless you're building an absolute insane off-road monster, no one actually pulls that many amps out of this stuff. No one does that.
They just kind of all have to be capable of doing it.
They got to be capable of it, so you're not running it at 100%. That's the big thing.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah. I forgot one thing. CNC hubs. We want to do those too. Want to do CNC wheels. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for those.
So they're precise.
Yes. I'd love to add a CNC lathe to our shop eventually, so we could start doing our own, like producing our own axles. Potentially doing the profiles of our CNC wheels before they go in the mill. But that's all part of the grand plan.
We need a Patreon page for the machining shop.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to do more CNCing for other companies too, just because that would just be able to like dump money into our projects here.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. Like I just want to fund new projects. I don't even want the money. I want to fund the projects.
The new ideas need money.
Yeah, that's it. Like but it is what it is. So I don't know. I think I'm excited about all that. Hopefully you guys are also excited about about everything.
Stoked,
but
I love my job. I love my hobby. I ain't got no complaints about it.
I'm making CNC risers that will fit an air tag in it.
Okay.
Probably.
That's a pretty good idea.
Probably next week I'm gonna make those.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make I'll make a fat like 1/2-inch version, and I'll make one that's like as thin as possible to like cater to like just regular skaters or regular like longboarders.
Yeah.
Sneaky. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to know where your shit's at. A lot of people are always like, how come we don't have theft protection on our skateboards? Well, you do, dude. Don't let it out of your sight. But, air tags, things like that. You got to like crack open enclosures, and then you don't got to worry about stuff flopping around inside. So
I guarantee you, if someone stole your board, they would never know. Well, maybe they will now if they see this podcast, but they never take your trucks off and look for an air tag like between your trucks and your deck.
Right.
No way ever. So I had to figure out, make sure that even works.
Yeah, it's a good idea though.
But we'll see. We'll see if it works. But that's gonna be new. But that's an easy one. Like that's really actually an easy one.
Yeah, 23's got a bunch of cool stuff that has possibilities of happening. Yeah, I'm excited to look back in December and see what we did.
Yep. This year, I'd also like to add a lot of different companies, like products, to our site. Like collaborate with them, give them an outlet to sell more product.
Well, hey,
thank you.
That's a project we're working on. Is just getting. We've kind of talked about it before of how everybody kind of goes their own way and everybody wants to sell their own shit. But like, at the end of the day, we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to make customers happy. So,
and make a dollar.
Yeah. We'd be stoked if we had 15, 20, 30 different companies all on one site.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is just figuring out a deal that works for everybody. But like, I think, we have quite an audience we have quite a bit of traffic on our website. So it's like, seems like a no-brainer for some of these businesses to add their stuff to our shop. But,
yeah, for sure.
But the margins just have to make sense for everybody. Like I know margins are razor thin for a lot of companies, so it's like a lot of times there's not room to have two hands in it. But yeah. But anyways, that's kind of what's coming up. So I'm excited about it. But a lot of it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to take a while. Like our enclosures I really want to do our enclosures. Like that's a big one, but I know those would take a while. Because just the molding and the sampling and all that just takes so long. I hate molds. I can tell you that.
I know.
I hate molds.
I didn't even know that I hated a mold until I watched you guys deal with all this bullshit in molds. And I was like, I don't even like molds by proxy anymore, dude.
Because
you guys don't like them so much.
Yeah, because when you CNC something, you go, oh, that sucks. We'll just change it. Right. Okay, just change it. When it's a mold, it's like, oh god, it's either you have to make a new mold or modify the mold, and like it's all so expensive. Like it's insane. Like the molds for our decks are insane. It doesn't make it's wild, but it's part of it. But I just hate molds. I just hate them, but it's part of it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I think that's our episode. How long was that?
Yeah,
we're good.
It's a good year.
We're getting close.
I think it's a good year.
Couldn't do the review during the year. So
no.
You have to wait till after the year to review.
So
happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah, happy New Year. Next week we'll be back with an awesome show. Regular stuff. Yeah. So have a good one.
Yeah, Rosie's waving bye.
Rosie's signing off.
I'm ready to go. Bye, guys.
Feed me.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.